afternoon. I'm Jake Bluden.
And I'm Colin McHenry.
And this is the Aurora Elementary News Network. Today we are continuing our coverage of the American Revolution.
Now let's go to Jake Fisher and Logan for their coverage on the Boston Massacre.
I'm Logan Hochstrasser. I'm with William. He's a columnist. We're at Boston, Massachusetts Bay. Jake, who is here? I'm with William, who is here?
There's about 50 colonists and 10 regulars.
What happened?
What's happening right here is the Boston Massacre. The regulars are shooting at the colonists while the colonists are throwing snowballs, sticks, and stones.
What year is it?
Well, as I mentioned, this is the Boston Massacre, and it is 1770.
Why did this happen?
British troops in the Massachusetts Bay Colony were there to stop demonstrations against the town's and acts and keep order, but said they provoked outrage.
William, how did this happen?
When the regulars got here, the colonists got too violent, using the regulars to engage even though they were demanded not to.
Well, we're learning one day. Never bring snowballs to a gunfight. I'm Logan.
And I'm Jake. William.
And we're signing off.
I'm Bryson Lowe reporting in Great Britain about the Stamp Act. The people who started the Stamp Act are the British and Lord Grenville. The American colonies were taxed. It was started in 1754. It ended in 1765. Now let me hand it off to my friend Cohen. He is going to talk about why it happened and how it happened. I'm Colin McHenry reporting in Great Britain. The Stamp Act of 1765 was a tax to help the British pay for the French and Indian War. The British felt they were well justified in charging this tax because the colonies were receiving the benefit of the British troops and needed to help pay for expense. The Stamp Act started when George Grenville came up with the idea to tax the colonists so the British Parliament would give the colonists money. I wonder if the colonists will raise the tax. Now it's time to go. Cowan and Bryson reporting. Have a great day.
I'm Landon Hudson. I'm Connor Taylor reporting about about the Sons of Liberty. The Sons of Liberty was a secret politician organization. They meet in Boston under an elm tree. They were meeting to protest the Stamp Act. They took direct action by harassing the stamp tax distributors who worked for the British governor.
They were a group of people nobody knew about.
It was protested after the Stamp Act. They wear a secret costume. They have secret coins. They are a secret group. Now we have to go. The British Army is coming. Now we are signing off to Zoe and Sapphire.
I'm Zoe Heiser, and I'm with
Sapphire Johnson,
reporting in Boston.
The colonists disguised as the 3 Mohawk Indians.
The Indians dumped 342 chests of tea in the Boston harbor.
The people who were at the Tea Party were Samuel Adams and the 3 Sons of Liberty.
The Tea Party's date took place on December 16, 1773.
The Boston Tea Party took place of the Almighty 3 ships.
At first, throwing tea in the Boston harbor dressed as Mohawk Indians might seem a bit silly, but the colonists had their reasons.
They were also told that they had to pay high taxes on the tea. Oh, I hear someone.
Maybe it's the British soldiers known as the regulars.
Signing off, Sapphire. We better get going. Signing off is Sapphire Johnson.
And Zoe Heiser.
Hi, I'm Hannah McAllister with Keynes Newton and Dwayne Tomlin, reporting live in Lexington. The people who got warned in Lexington was Samuel Adams and John Hancock. It was the night on April 18th or 19th in 1775. The main 2 riders went to the other British to tell them that the regulars were coming.
The warning given to the militia, the riders enabled them to be prepared to fight off the British armies until attack.
all the way to Lexington on his horse-bound duty. Then he got detained with William North and Dr. Jefferson Prescott. They didn't think they were going to get their message in time. This was Blaine, Canada, and Caden signing off back to Easton and Cohen.
I'm Sean Straczynski.
I'm Easton Richardson.
It's July 4th, 1776, and we're here at State House Independence Hall in Philadelphia.
Who wrote the Declaration of Independence?
Benjamin Franklin, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and Robert Sherman.
Why?
The Second Continental Congress decided it was time for the colonists to declare their independence.
How did they?
Well, Pennsylvania voted no while they reversed to yes as the revolution passed. It was now on its way to King George III.
Wonder what will happen next. This is Ethan signing off with Sean Straczynski. Breaking news. There are fights breaking out all over the colonies.
Dolores Haley Gillespie and Alexis Harvey at the scene. Let's get to them now.
I'm Thomas Richard reporting at the Second Continental Congress with George Washington. Well, we are here to talk about the United States flag. Betsy Ross made the flag on June 14th, 1777. Betsy knitted the flag with colored paper, and when she was done, they named the flag the United States flag. They said the flag would have 13 red and white alternating stripes, and there will be a blue area with 13 stars. All right, it's time to go. Just remember, Betsy Ross made the United States flag. I'm Thomas signing off.
I'm Alexis.
And I'm Haley.
And we are talking about the Battle of Lexington and Concord.
What happened, you may ask? After the Americans fled from Lexington, the British marched to the city of Concord. When it happened? It happened April 19, 1775.
Where did it happen? Well, you guessed it, Lexington and Concord.
Why did it happen? When they first got to Concord, they met little resistance and began to search the town for the militia's hidden stash of weapons and ammunitions. How did it happen, Alexis?
It happened because the British Army set out from Boston to capture rebel leaders Samuel Adams and John Hancock.
And Lexington, as well as to destroy the American store of weapons and ammunition in Concord. Well, that's really all. I'm Haley.
And I'm Alexis.
And we talked about the Battle of Lexington and Concord.
Hey, I'm Jacob Mason from Mason. We're in Charlestown, Boston, Massachusetts.
The Americans were on Bunker Hill while the British were on Breeds Hill on June 1775.
Colonel William Howe was leading the British while Colonel William Prescott was leading the Americans. The American forces learned that the British were planning on taking over the hills in Boston in order to gain tactical advantage.
As a result of this information, the Americans secretly moved their troops onto Bunker Hill.
This is how the British won the Battle of Bunker Hill. The British took position on Breeds Hill. The British had won, but a terrible number of troops died. The Americans had lost some troops too.
The British defeated
the Americans in the Battle of Bunker Hill. Despite their loss, the inexperienced colonial forces inflicted significant casualties against the enemy, and the battle provided them with a boost of confidence. This is Jacob and Mason.
See you next time. Hi, my name is Jake, and I'm here with Block.
We're at the Battle of Saratoga, where the fighting is fierce, on September 19th, 1777.
The battle is not just one, it's a collection of battles.
The colonists are led by General Gates. The British are led by General Burgoyne.
General Burgoyne wanted to split up the colonies to defeat them. How will the battles end? I'm Drake,
And I'm Brock.
and we're signing out.
I'm Justin Atkins here with Communist Soldier White Beavis during the Yorktown Battle.
Hi, me and General Washington and French General D. Rambos are fighting British Lord General Cornwallis and his troops. The British have burned out our houses so that we could get out here and fight.
What are you fighting for and why?
We are fighting for independence and to show the British that we are strong.
That's good.
In the looks of this battle, it could be the last battle of this war.
That's good. This is Justin Atkins signing off.
That ends our coverage of the Revolutionary War.
I'm Jake Button.
And I'm Colin McHenry. Good night and have a pleasant tomorrow.